Welcome to our monthly Community Safety and Security Live Forum, brought to you on second Thursdays in partnership with the JCF Area 3, sponsored by National Self-Serve Wholesale in Maypen, Clarendon. I'm your moderator, Winsome Sharia-Witto, and it's always a pleasure to serve you in this space. And for this session, we are focusing on a message at the heart of our mission here at Thornton Resource Connector, and it is we are stronger together. Because safer communities in Area 3, anywhere across Jamaica, across the world, are built through collaboration. And just in case you're not sure what parishes are in Area 3, we're talking about Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth. So the police working side by side with our youth, our businesses, and the wider community. And we'll be hearing from three of those leading the charge across Area 3. Sergeant Deane Cover of the Community Safety and Security Branch in Area 3, Dantonique Schloss, President of the Bishop Gibson High School Police Youth Club, and Sherika Gibson-Evans, Secretary of the Clarendon Business Watch. They will be sharing with us their experiences, lessons, and strategies that each of us can take back to our own communities to strengthen what's going on there. So, of course, we're going to lay the foundation, as we always do, by beginning with Sergeant Deane Cover from the Community Safety and Security Branch in Area 3. No stranger to this space. He is a part of the hardworking team there leading the charge to connect policing with community partnership. Sergeant Cover, welcome back.
Thank you so very much, Madam Rita. Thanks for having me, and good night to Jamaica.
All right, always a pleasure to have you, and we are going to get right into it. We want to hear your perspective. Why partnerships with police youth clubs, your neighborhood watch, your business watch are so vital for safety in Area 3.
You know, the word partnership is like the tagline, if you ask me, for the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Policing is impossible without partnership. We are, and that is the reason why we are on this path, this trajectory, trying to continue this continuous working together with the various stakeholders. And you would have seen where through this great partnership that we would have forged with different communities and stakeholders, we are actually seeing a decrease under the leadership of our Commissioner, Dr. Blake, where crime is concerned, over 40% downward. It is that partnership that has caused, or rather that has strengthened our resolve and our bonds with the different groups, to include our neighborhood watches, our business watches, our police youth clubs, and even the beach watches that we have. So we continue to partner because we want everybody to come on board. And with that, we would see that we get this great result in as to where we are now, where crime and violence are concerned. So the partnership is very important, and working within our communities lies the solution. Because sometimes, when you get into some of these communities, you don't know the challenge that they're having. When you get inside there and you talk with them and they say what the challenge is that they're having, then both the police and the community working together, you will get that result that that we really want. And we would have seen some of those great results coming out through this great partnership that we are forging together.
Indeed, and a lot of work seems to be going on. I want you to share with us some recent examples of collaboration with these community groups, because our territorial officer at Area 3 identified the Clarendon Business Watch as the business watch in Area 3 that's leading the charge. Bishop Gibson PYC as a strong PYC in Manchester, and we were supposed to have our neighborhood watch from St. Elizabeth, but we're hoping that next time they'll make it on. So we want to highlight what are some of those key
Well,
collaborations
the collaborations, especially with the business watches that we have across, well, the business watch that we have across Area 3, we try and we reach out to our business community in helping them to understand. So we give them safety tips. We help them to understand, we give them target hardening because, we've had several robberies and stuff. So we try and get to them, help them to understand that, having meetings with the other business community and share ideas, share safety tips, and just help them to understand that, the police is here and we want to work together. Because with us working together, we can do a lot of things. With the police youth club in schools, we would have seen where, violence would have been erupting over time. And then, so what we're trying to do now, we're working together with the school administration, trying to see if we can get a police youth club in each of our schools, whether it be high school or primary school. That is what we're about, trying to build this partnership. And I can tell you that since we've started, moving along this line, we would have seen mass difference in where, as it relates to crime and violence, and as it relates to safety issues in schools, and just about across the board, where business community, people get robbed, and all of these things would have occurred. So the partnership is really, really, really on, and we continue to work together. And for those who are not on, we are inviting them to come on, because we want Jamaica to be that place to raise families, do business, and we want it to be a safe place. So we want everybody to come on board so that we can continue to work together with this partnership.
Awesome. All right. Before we continue, Business Mind, blessing you up, Sir Cover, great NCU alumni. All right. Thank you for joining us, business-wise. Mine, rather. All right. So are there any specific groups that you'd want to highlight based on initiatives that they would have undertaken? We just came out of the summer and I know that a lot of things went on during the summer. Any group that you'd want to highlight in terms of the impact they would have created throughout the summer?
So in the summer, we've had 2 sets of summer camps. Well, we have 3. So we have the Police Youth Club summer camp that is from the JCF. That was hosted by the Community Safety and Security Branch, and it was held in Petersfield in Westmoreland. And so I believe over probably about 600 or 700 young people across Jamaica from our Police Youth Club would have participated in that camp. Not only that, Madam Witter, but we also had Heart Trust NSTA on board, where many of those youths who would have attended camps would have left with a level 1 or a level 2 in some training, skills training. And that to me is superb. And we would have also, well, the Asia Police Station would have another summer camp in that space, South Manchester. And I remember I being the guest speaker around there, we had probably over 100 young people, young students in that area. As also St. Elizabeth Division hosted another summer camp, and that was held at the Lacovia High School. I also went down there, and I can tell you I was really intrigued with all those, the 3 camps, and what I saw with my own eyes, and how everybody participated, and the young people being a part of us, socializing and having interactions and all of this one-on-one, and it was just so great. I believe that we are going to do well this year as it relates to this continued partnership. We also partner with other agencies, such as we have 2 domestic violence centers here in Area 3. One is in St. Elizabeth, Santa Cruz. And we also have one in Hayes in Clarendon. And we partner with the Northern Caribbean University, my alma mater, in Manchester, as we don't have one of those centers as yet. So we continue to work together where domestic violence and threats are concerned, in helping our communities to understand that there's a better way. We can help. If you have challenges where domestic violence are concerned, and or if you are aware of anybody having any challenges in this regard, then let us know so we can intervene, because we want safe communities.
That's right. And it's all hands on deck for us to get to
Indeed.
safer communities. Denby High PSA, what a great addition to the Camp Heart certificates. Welcome to the community, Denby High PSA. That means that you are probably new to the space. Please be sure to subscribe. We've had a number of conversations with our PYCs, and they have shared. We had earlier this year where a number of them would have shared their experience of Camp 2024. And I'm sure that had something to do with the increased numbers, because
Yes.
they were really pushing for more young people to be a part of it. Even the parents wanted to have a camp as well, based on the excitement that was shared. And we had a number of them sharing that they're certified, including their national president, Sir Fairman, that he has a certificate from Heart in one of those skill areas. And so awesome things going on there with the PYCs. And they had their national sports, the athletics, I think it was national athletics earlier this year. So some awesome things going on. But we'll hear from our PYC president from Manchester in a little while. But as we round out this first segment, Sir Kovo, what steps is the JCF taking to strengthen these partnerships and expand them across Area 3? You mentioned that you're pushing to have the PYCs in every school, which is really awesome. But tell us what other initiatives are being taken to ensure that we expand the business watch, neighborhood watch, and strengthen what we already have.
So we are on a drive. We're on a drive now. We are on a drive, and we have been tasked by our Assistant Commissioner Area 3 and our Community Safety and Security Branch headquarters, Assistant Commissioner Shant, under her leadership, that, you know, for each month we hold a community meeting in each police district. So we are trying to engage our citizenry to understand what it is that, you know, how important it is that this partnership is. So we have meetings with each community, trying to get those dormant neighborhood watches, police youth clubs, you know, the getting those PYCs in schools, and all of those, get them back to liveliness and to reactivate them. And we are also moving to try to see how best we can have some more programs in schools to help our youths as it relates to behavioral challenges, persons who may have behavioral challenges. One of such is the GRAPE program that we have in Clarendon, in the Clarendon division. So we have the GRAPE program, and we look at students who have behavioral challenges, and we would take them in. We have counseling, mentorship program, and all of that. We have a homework program for them. And so we also have the No GVD, that's gang violence in schools. So we have a tour last year, and where we toured many of the high schools, especially in Clarendon. What we're trying to do now, we're trying to see if we can broaden our horizon, and we want to push it in the St. Elizabeth division, as also in Manchester. So we are trying to see how we can expand our reach, how we can get this partnership more, get others involved in it, and so as to get the real outcome, which is peace, safety, tranquility, and love across Area 3, and so that we can live harmoniously and live in one.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Sir Cover, for laying the foundation for us. And Sergeant Cover makes way now for our youth president. Don't go anywhere, Sir Cover. We want you back on. All right, so Sergeant Cover makes way for our youth president, Dantonique Schloss, President Bishop Gibson High School Police Youth Club, because we need to hear from our youth who are shaping tomorrow's leadership right now. Welcome, Dantonique. Are you hearing?
Thank you, Miss.
All right, there's a little delay. All right, so let's get right into it.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, as president, how do you encourage students to get involved and stay engaged in the Police Youth Club?
Okay, so I'd focus on creating a welcoming environment for the students where they feel valued and heard. We'd have regular club meetings, decisions, where we would discuss their interests and concerns. So, involving them in decision making. We'd also offer diverse activities such as mentorship programs, community services, and leadership training to cater different passions of these students. So, by empowering the students to take ownership. So, when we empower the students to take ownership, they would lead initiatives, they would stand out. So we'd foster a sense of belonging, so they would feel heard and understood. So we give them motivation. I give my ladies motivation. So with that being said, recognizing and rewarding their achievements would also be a key impact to keep and encourage students to get involved in the Police Youth Club.
All right. So, what role does the police play? Are they always there at your youth clubs, or it's just the students? Do you have teachers? Who exactly come to your youth club at school?
So the police officers often visit. We have our club meetings on Thursday, so they would visit time to time. We do have 2 club facilitators that are there in our club.
All right. And with all the activities that you have going on, how long has the PYC been at your school?
It's been there long enough. I'm not recalling how long, but
Okay.
it's been there good while. So yes.
All right. Long enough for you to notice some changes. What positive changes would you
Yes.
have noticed in some of your peers as a result of them
All right.
participating in the club?
Some members have shown increased interest in their confidence, leadership skills, and a sense of social responsibilities. They've developed stronger relationships with peers and mentors. So, and have become more engaged in their communities, in the activities that are being held in the club. Many have also improved in their problem solving and communication skills, which has positively impacted their academic and personal lives. So it's heartening to see them become more involved with their peers and to get inspired to be involved in our club.
All right. So there are so many different clubs in school, so many of them, and each year it seems as if we have new ones coming on board. How do you differentiate if someone says, "Why should I join the PYC and not another club?" What would you say?
Could you repeat, please?
There are so many different clubs that you have in schools. So for someone who maybe seventh grader just coming in, and they have all these clubs to choose from. How do you guide them as to the benefits of being a part of the PYC as opposed to the other clubs?
So, joining the Police Youth Club offers opportunities for personal growth and development for an individual and community engagement. So, by participating, young people can build relationships and develop leadership skills, as I said before, and contribute to creating safer and more supportive communities. So, it's a chance to make a positive impact and be a part of something meaningful. So I believe that joining the Police Youth Club can be a transformative experience that can shape their futures and help them become active, responsible citizens.
All right. And I'm going to put you right on the spot, Dantonique. How has your participation in the PYC helped you to develop as a young lady?
So normally I am not a outspoken type of person. I don't like crowds. I gained a lot of confidence. You know, being in the police youth clubs, in the police youth club, sorry, allowed me to gain confidence, build my better inner person. So I can go up in front of audiences and speak about the club. I love the club. It built me, so I enjoy being in my club. So it gave me a passion for my club and the activities that we do in it.
And I can hear the passion. It just came alive a while ago, just sharing that. And we are happy that you're able to represent your club in this space. Thanks to Area 3 for
Yes.
giving you this opportunity to share on the platform so that others can be inspired. So those who feel that they need to build their confidence, here's an opportunity for them to be a part of a space that works on helping them to develop. All right. Samantha, thank you for tuning in as always. Keep up the great work, Dantonique, and the membership. All right, Samantha is from our Maypen PYC and so many other engagement. Lady Peck, thank you for joining us. All right, Dantonique, don't go anywhere. Stay right with us. We'll bring you back on in a little while. All right, so Dantonique makes way for our business representation from Clarendon. Let's turn our focus to the Business Watch, another key partner in this ecosystem of safety. So it's our schools, the young people from the community, the wider community, the police, and our businesses working together. Our next guest represents the Clarendon Business Watch, where businesses are stepping beyond profit to play a direct role in protecting communities. So let's make welcome Sherika Gibson-Evans, our secretary for the Clarendon Business Watch, and also representing Gibson Petroleum. And I keep forgetting the
The
drug
pharmacy drug express, yes.
Welcome, Lady Evans. We are happy to
Thank
have you
you. Thank you
representing.
so much for having me. I am honored to be a part of this very good initiative where, partnership is key. And, as a part of the business community in Clarendon, I'm happy to be able to share with everyone in Area 3 what the Clarendon Business Watch is all about and how
Fantastic.
they can actually have something in their parish as well.
Indeed, because that's the idea. We want to make sure, as Sergeant Hoover laid the foundation, that all the good things that are happening in one division, we want to make sure that it's spread across Area
Spread
3.
across.
And like wildfire, it will spread across Jamaica so that we can feel even safer. So let's start by sharing with our businesses, large and small, why is it important for them to be involved in community safety?
Okay, so first of all, we opt for persons to be a part of an association because what this does, it brings togetherness, it fosters that relationship where each one help one. Because as they always say, we are not good singly. We're good together as a group. We're better together as a group. And when you have businesses that can come together to foster relationship with the police, this will in turn help your business because you'll feel safer if there's any issue where your business place is concerned, anything happening, you can easily, quickly, we have a WhatsApp group that you can just send out a message and you will basically be in contact with the superintendents, Mr. Cover. You get quicker response, and you get a lot of knowledge. You gain knowledge because when something is happening in one business place, I'm sure, especially now it's prevalent with scams and so forth. You can learn from another person what is happening or how can I solve this issue. Also, just networking because we have persons from the various banks, we have credit unions, and these are things that will come together to when you form these networks and these relationships, it actually makes running your business much easier because you can say, oh, as a part of the business watch, I know the manager for this bank. I am having an issue where my card transaction is concerned. Let me reach out to him or her. And then this is what the association brings, that togetherness, fostering relationships. Also, where charitable things are concerned, if you're thinking that, oh, I want to do something for my community and you want to be a part of something, giving back to youths and so forth, you can give in a group, you can come together with the other businesses and make an even bigger impact.
All right. Those are some awesome reasons to be a part of the business watch.
Yes.
So, right. All right. Lady Small, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Thank you for being the Trailblazer Team Clarendon. That's what we do. Opal Davis, good evening, Area 3 Northwest members and others. Good evening to you, Lady Grant. Thank you for tuning in as always. Great to see you. And for those joining us over there on Instagram, Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Remember to share the link so others can get access to the information. All right. So in addition to all those good stuff that you just shared, what are some of the other practical measures that Clarendon Business Watch put in place that others can learn from?
All right. So first and foremost, our WhatsApp group is one of the big things that we've done. Our president from National Self-Serve, Mr. Stephen Leo, and Constable Francis is one of the police officers that they're very active where the WhatsApp group is concerned. And what that does is, if you're having an issue, we have multiple businesses that have texted in the group to say, there's an issue at the roundabout, there is something happening with traffic, there's somebody suspicious in my business place, I don't feel safe, there are multiple accidents that happen, and these having that WhatsApp group fosters that relationship, whereas we can easily communicate with other businesses and the police. Also, we are able to be involved with the police. Anything that's happening, whereas if when there were a lot of curfews in the about a couple months ago, we as the business watch, you were able to just ask a quick question or you would be notified by the police, whereas um, what area there's a curfew, so you'd know how to handle your business. But in terms of donations too, we are able to donate bigger as a group, working alongside the police to just foster a better Clarendon. And as you see, it's actually working because you've heard that we are down in numbers for murders. Clarendon came on the news the other day to say that there were no murders, I think in the month of May. If I stand corrected, I'm not sure. Mrs. Vita, you can tell me. But
That's right.
practically, as a business watch, we are able to put strength in numbers, and just the togetherness or meetings that we have at the police station too. The police foster meetings that we are able to go into the police station. We speak with the senior superintendent. We had just the last face-to-face meeting we had. We spoke on fraudulent transactions and scams. So we had a police representative give us some really good tips and some insights on what is happening. So as the business watch, we call for the businesses to come aboard. It doesn't matter, small businesses, large businesses, everybody has a voice. And that is what we try to bring everybody together so we can learn from each other. We can hear what the police is saying. We can speak with them. So it's not like taboo, like, oh, I'm calling the police station, I'm not getting through, or who do I speak to? This is happening at my place. Where do I get this information from? Your with a click of a button, you can reach directly to the police. In these meetings, they give us their direct contacts. So we make sure that as a business in Clarendon, you feel safe, you have the relevant numbers, you meet the new police members that come in, because from time to time you have different persons leaving and new persons being installed in the parish. You are one of the first persons to meet with the new superintendent or so, because the business watch, we come together as a team in our monthly meetings, and we meet everybody, we hear what's going on, and you would be one of the first to be a part of hearing what's new in your parish and any issues you're having. We're having a lot of issues where traffic is concerned. That is something that as a business watch we bring forth in our meetings. How can we get the traffic a little better, and can we have more police at the bridge in the morning or by Glenmuir Road? And these are the things that we say in the business watch, and with the police there, they are able to implement and know exactly what is going on. So I would suggest that form a business watch or be a part of one, because you do get a lot of benefits.
You've shared a whole lot and so
I
many
could
other
go
things
on and
came to
on.
mind. I think one of the benefits that I saw coming out recently that's really impactful. I remember the crime chief sent out some photos to the chamber asking us to circulate, and
Yes,
within minutes they were
yes,
able to pinpoint where
apprehend,
the
yes,
person was last seen, and they were able to nab the person in that same day because of how the group actually worked. And I think that's very powerful.
because
Right.
communication is key, and then you
Yeah.
have that quick communication. It makes things so much easier, especially with the age of technology and social media. Being a part of the group really does let things happen more quickly.
Right. And just in case persons are wondering, Business Watch, what the Business Watch does is actually zone in on those things that are related to safety. So they are able to get direct insights in terms of, I think at one of our meetings, we had a tour of the surveillance
Jamaica,
room, right, to see what's happening with Jamaica Eye in the space. And so for those businesses who are not familiar with what really goes on in the control room and so on, they were able to get that experience. And so for those who have been joining virtually and not being a part of the face-to-face, those are some of the things that you're missing.
yes,
And I'll help our secretary to remind you that you're to be a part of. And if you're not a part of the WhatsApp group, you can reach out. Well, my number is public, 876-871-8960. Any of this Serenity Resource Connector platform that you go on, it's there. So you can send a request to be a part, once you're in Clarendon, to be a part of that group. And for those who are joining us from Manchester and St. Elizabeth or wherever you are, reach out to your local police to find out how you can get one started. And Lady Sherika just shared just know some of the things that you can look at implementing. And we look forward to hearing from you the awesome things that you're doing in your space as well, so that we can learn from each other. Thank you, Lady Evans, for sharing with us from the business perspective. Let's get, oh, you are muted. There's a feedback coming through. All right, let's get Sergeant Cover, Dantonique back into the conversation. All right, there's something in your background, Sherika, that's giving a little feedback. All right, let's engage in the comments for a little bit before we move on. All right, Opal Davis is listening from the National Neighborhood Watch Movement. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, we're hoping to hear some more. I think the Neighborhood Watch was one of the first to be featured in this space back in 2022 when we just started this partnership, and we need to get you back on soon. Business Mind is saying, wow, this is really a good initiative. Love the togetherness that this is fostering. I hope this will even introduce more infrastructure opportunities in Clarendon from investors, etc. Oh, yes, definitely. That's wonderful for the businessmen and women in Maypen. Yes, great presentation so far. JP, what's not? Thank you for tuning in. Lady Grant, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for participating. It's always great to hear your feedback. RC. All right, let's move into our roundtable reflections. Let's get to hear from you all now. Put on your thinking caps to share with us how the police youth clubs, and Business Watch can support each other. Right now, the PYC doing their thing, Business Watch doing their thing, Neighborhood Watch doing their thing, but how can we come together to achieve greater impact in these spaces? All right, I want to hear from our youth first. Dantonique, let's hear what you're thinking. How can the other groups work together to support the Police Youth Club?
Who do you want to hear from? You want to hear from me?
Dantonique, there's a little delay on our end. You're going to put the icing on the cake because you're going to have to cover all of them.
All right.
All right. Dantonique, are you hearing now? All right, go ahead, Sherika, until she comes in to share how the Business Watch can support the Neighborhood Watch and the PYC for greater impact.
So definitely the business community is willing to come together with the PYC youth, especially helping youth with business. I know nowadays a lot of youths are planning to open their own businesses, selling anything that they're doing, that we can provide guidance to them. Where the police is concerned, the community is who comes to our businesses to purchase. So either way, we have to form a relationship where each one help one, where charitable donations are concerned. How can we, or outreach programs, we can partner with the police to be of help to get. I heard Mr. Kova speak on visiting schools and the non-gang violence. Like, those are some great initiatives that the business community is willing to help and to be a part of, to speak on our experiences to the youth, so that we can help them to bring up themselves and be a part of our businesses or create their own businesses.
All right. Dantonique is having some challenges with her internet there, right? And one of the things that I remember also is when the GVD was going on in Clarendon, that the businesses were invited to come on board so they could visit the schools, that the next stop would be. And I thought that was really amazing, an opportunity for the business to go into the school and see what exactly is going on and engage with the students and see the police and the other entities that are sharing, and you can see what's going on and get that kind of bird's eye view where you can maybe identify an area that you can provide support. It may be mentorship.
Definitely, because as business owners, we're also mentors. we're justice of the peace. So, you know, that kind of helps in the community too. That if you are a part of your community, you can people can know you, you can provide help in whatever way that you can. And this will in turn boost your business, because that will bring persons to come to your place of business to support you, because they see that you're supporting them.
That's right. So for the businesses who did not know, that's a part of the benefits that you get from supporting your community. Dantonique, once your internet gives you a break, just let us know so we can hear your voice. President Fairman, thank you for tuning in. Our National Police Youth Club president is in the space, Dantonique, and I'm sure he wants to hear some more of you. But Sergeant Cover, let's hear from you. How can all of these groups come together to strengthen what we already have in Area 3?
Well, we are still on partnership, and partnership is very important in all aspects, regardless of the age. So, for Police Youth Club, the age really stops at 26. I think it's from 8 to 26, somewhere there. But notwithstanding that, we still have the neighborhood watch groups that it's all age. There's no age barrier. We have the business watch group again. There's no age barrier. So all of that, notwithstanding that, all of these, and you may have one or two barriers and stuff, coming together, the synergy, police relations automatically improved, and that in itself will bring about safer communities. And as I've said earlier, I elevated the point to say that we're actually 40, somewhere 40, some 40%, little over 40% down where murders are concerned, and also some other serious crime. So this partnership that we're talking about here this evening, it's really, really working out. And again, I'm pleading to other persons who have not yet joined any of these groups, the Police Youth Club, the Neighborhood Watches, the Business Watch, the Farmers Watch, all of these groups that are here, to come on board and to continue to work together. Let the partnership forge, and let us work together in helping to make Jamaica that safe place that all of us want to live and to enjoy.
Indeed. Welcome, Dr. Lavelle. Remember, you can watch the replay. All right, Sir Fairman is reminding us that it's from 7 to 29 for the PYC. And he
26.
is also sharing that it is great to see all groups coming together to help to build a better Jamaica. That's the spirit. All right. And there was Sergeant Cover, a lot of people healing you up here. Ricardo Fairman and Dr. Lavelle, one of their favorite police officers.
Well,
The PYC is ready always.
yes. Just before I close off, Madam Witt, I just want to say that again, we want persons to understand that if you see something, say something. We have different avenues in getting to the police. You have the 311, 811, and you have the 119. So call us and let us know. I looked at the broken window theory, and sometimes we really don't know what we have. And sometimes, people may play it down and think that, just not giving, or rather give a blind eye to this. And you just give it that, and that will sometimes breed and open other windows for other things to come in on you. So what we're asking all persons to understand is that you will have to help us. You have to play your part. And when you play your part, we will do our part. And I know for sure that if everybody comes and do what they have to do, then we will see the result that we're looking forward for, which is, ultimately peace and tranquility and, things hovering over us.
Definitely.
That's right. All of us coming together.
Yes.
And remember, for those in the comments, you can feel free to share so that we can hear your views as well. Is there something else? You have suggestions, recommendations, how the different groups can work closer together so that we can improve in different areas and increase the impact? Because the more we work together, oh, I just remember that it's a song, the more we work together, the happier we shall be. And I just add this, safer Jamaica will be, right? So we want to always be working together. All right. While you put your thoughts in the chat, let's hear one or two actions that you would encourage, Sherika, viewers to take in their community to build safer and stronger connections.
Mic is muted.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
So definitely a community watch, or a citizens association is the first thing that you should form in your community. No matter how small your community is or how large, be a part of your citizens association. Try to form, I always advocate for WhatsApp groups, because WhatsApp groups are easy communication, and it helps you to know what is happening. I can't forget one of in my community, there was a fire, and it was within the WhatsApp group that the person was able to message and say that something is happening, and you were able to get quick action. Also, just do good, like be a part, involve yourself in whatever way. If does it mean keeping a little meeting, having a little social, a little chit chat, checking on person's mental health, because as a pharmacist myself, I know that mental health is a big thing right now, and just having a little group conversation, sometimes it goes a long way for people, and some persons don't understand that, because not everybody has persons to reach out to. So when you have a little community social, a little domino playing, those things help to garner better communication and also improve person's mental health. So I opt for persons to be very involved in their community. And with the Clarendon Business Watch, if we can be a part of with the police, these will even boost employment, because we're always looking for adding team members. So when you're a part of your community association, persons can recommend you, and you can get great recommendation to come and work into a reputable company.
That's right. And you are endorsing what was shared in the PYC Youth Forum some time ago, in terms of uh, having that direct contact there, where your police officer can write a strong recommendation
Yes.
to vote for your character, so that the businesses can welcome you on board without the red tapes, because they know that this person, and that's one of the ways, even as justices of the peace, that's one of the ways that people, you get to know these
No
individuals. They're
person.
part
Yeah.
of the groups. But if you're not involved in any activity, if you're just at home, yes, I know that you live in the community, but I don't know much about you, because I don't see you engaging with anyone to
It's
say
so
that, all
true.
right, I've seen this individual engaging in this space, and this person is considerate. So when you come for character reference, these are some of the things, because if we don't see you dealing with other people, then we can't speak to your character. We can only say that we know that you live at X address, but nothing beyond that. So active engagement. All right, Lady Evans, this one is yours. All right, that was a silent one. All right. All right, business mind is saying it seems like they're doing an excellent job, to be honest. I would just encourage them to continue the great initiative. Right. And it means more of us coming together, because it makes it easier when you don't have the few that's always at the head of these different groups. So we want new ideas. So we want it all to come on board. Yes, Principal JP Manning, collaboration is indeed key. All right. Well said, Sergeant. All right. Some of these handles, I am trying to figure them out. But let's continue the conversation. Sergeant Cover, actions that we can all take, viewers and those who will be watching the replay in their communities to build stronger connections.
I didn't hear you, ma'am.
Go ahead and share with us some actions that the viewers can take in their communities to build safer and stronger connections.
Well, it cannot be overemphasized. My friend Shiki just spoke about us coming together. The citizens watches and the neighborhood watches, some of which are dormant. They are dormant at this time, and we're calling upon citizens in these areas who would have had citizens watches and neighborhood watches before. We're calling upon them to just identify which of them, which of the group that they are from. And so we will come in, and majority of persons, I believe, would know me. I worked in Clarendon some 10 years. I live in St. Elizabeth. I work in Manchester, the headquarters now. And anybody who wants to find me can always find me. I'm on Facebook. My number remain the same for those who have it. You can inbox me and also get my number. But it's just to say to all of us that we want what we want partnership to continue. And so we want everybody to come on board. We want the parents. So what we continue to do, even in this school year, we're going to be moving into the schools, as was said earlier in my opening statement pertaining to the PYCs in schools. And we're going to be working along with the school administrators to get these PYC activated in the schools. Because, one thing came to my mind when I was served in Clarendon was, there were some issues at a particular high school. We had to, when I investigated and when the investigations were through, we realized that there were problems in the community with different parents, and it actually flows into the school. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to get into the schools, get to the hearts and the minds of our young people, because that is where lies the trouble if we don't get to them and help them to understand, that there are ways in which, conflicts can be dealt with, and any other challenge whatsoever that they have, we can work together to get things under control. So we are widening our reach, and we're moving into the schools, the churches, the communities, and we're just moving. If you want to see us in your community, you can always call us. If you want to see us or you want us to come and to speak to a group, we are available. You can call us and we will come and to have that conversation, because we believe in partnership and we want to continue to strengthen this partnership. And as was said, it can only make our reach farther and to build a more stronger relationship with our citizenry and the security forces.
Fantastic. Dantonique is back. Are you hearing us now? Unmute, Dantonique. Let's see if we can hear you. We'd love to hear your voice before we wrap this evening. Seems like her. All right. Well, you were unmuted just now. What's going on? Dr. Paul Bourne, thank you for joining us. Trusted information.
Yes, are you hearing me now?
Endorsing Sergeant Cooper. All right. Yes, we're hearing you, Dantonique. What final thoughts would you like to leave with us this evening? Still acting up. All right. Lady Small is thanking you for the invitation, Sergeant Cover. She has learned so much this evening. I am with the JAAP Manchester chapter. Which organization is that?
That's an administrative professional. That's a Jamaica administrative professional group.
Okay.
Which I'm a part of.
Oh, all right. That explains it.
Yes.
Dantonique?
Yes, I'm hearing me now.
Yes, go right ahead and share. Are you hearing her? Sir, hearing? Go ahead and share, Dantonique.
Miss, could you repeat the question?
What final thoughts would you like to leave with us before we wrap this evening?
I would like to leave with you all that, as someone said in the chat, that communication is the key. However, when we all work together as a club or a society, we can really make the world a better place. So I suggest that working together and creating bonds would really help to motivate and encourage persons to join or to be affiliated with police. Police are police youth clubs overall.
Thank you so much, Dantonique. You see, we needed to hear your voice because the youth voice matters. And we always make space here on the Sorrento Resource Connector for our youth. The Police Youth Club have their own slot on quarterly on second Tuesday in this space, and they have their own playlist, just so you can go on over and go through the playlist and see what they've been up to, a number of initiatives that they have been spearheading in the different spaces, and a number of them would have shared how the PYC has helped them. And one of the consistency throughout all the sharing, Dantonique mentioned it earlier, it's in terms of their confidence, how being a part of these different organizations help to build their confidence. Thank you so much, Winston McLeod. A very wonderful forum. I really appreciate it. Just remember that we do this every second Thursday, safety and security, in partnership with the area, JCF Area 3, where we look at different functions. And they also have their dedicated playlist. We have been doing this since June 2022. We have covered all the areas, including those from headquarters, when you talk about the different trafficking in persons, Jamaica Eye, all those specialized areas, in addition to community safety, highlighting the different groups that the police use to strengthen the police community partnership. All right, great question. Sergeant Cover, does the PYC operate in private schools?
Well, there's no exemption. Once, if it is that any such institution want us to come in, we have no problem.
Fantastic. All right. So there's no exception. You're part of the community, and we want to ensure that we keep you all as part of the collective so that we can create greater impact together. So let me thank you, Lady Peck. Thank you. We are welcome, Lady Small. Thank you for asking that question. Very important question. All right. All right. National Police Youth Club joining us over there on Instagram, along with many others. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let me thank Sergeant Cover, Lady Sherika Gibson-Evans, from the Clarendon Business Watch, Dantonique Schloss, Bishop Gibson High School Police Youth Club. Thank you so much for sharing your practical insights. As we close out this evening's conversation, let's reflect on what stronger together truly means. And the comments, you can go through the comments, they'll be there. You can see them in the replay, and you can add your thought to it as to what you think Stronger Together truly means to you as Jamaican in making a change in the spaces that we occupy. We invite you to join the mission. So whether it's mentoring a young leader through the PYC or the other groups, supporting your local police youth club, whether in schools or the community groups, or joining a neighborhood watch or business watch, we can all be a part of the change that we want to see. So together we can make Area 3 and all of Jamaica, by extension, a place where safety, trust, and community go hand in hand. Thank you again for joining us, whether you're here with us live or you're watching the replay. Stay connected through our blog at serenityresourceconnector.com, our YouTube playlists. We have a number of them there covering culture, safety and security, community development, local governance, and so many others, youth leadership, and the list goes on. We also have a WhatsApp channel. You can feel free to reach out so you can stay connected there and get access to the different resources that we have. So until next time, let's keep building safer communities because we are always stronger together. God bless you all. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of the night.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Right.
Bye-bye.
The SRC Community Safety and Security Monthly Live Forum is brought to you on second Thursdays at 8 p.m. Brought to you in partnership with the JCF Area 3 Police. Visit our website at www.serenityresourceconnector.com and subscribe to receive our weekly blog post. Join us again on Tuesday at 8 p.m. for a Child Rights series with the Early Childhood Commission. Thank you for watching.